So, in today's video, I'm gonna do this look, of course. I was a little bit more inspired than usual to use colors, which I haven't really played with lately. And I wanted to create a fall look with orange and green, but of course I used more muted versions of these colors. So it's a mustard yellow with a forest muted green. Of course, this is the look that I came up with, and if you want to see how I did it, it's coming up. It's Saturday as I'm filming this, and it's 3 something. I barely even finished what I would have called breakfast for today, and now I'm drinking my matcha. So it's a good day. I have a green straw, I'm proud of it. Anyway, I'm ready to play with some makeup. I have some ideas for today. Most of my recent looks were neutral-ish, so I felt inspired to play with some color today, and I have a look in mind. You've seen it already. I'm gonna start by priming my lids. It's gonna be eyeshadow focused today, so I'm gonna start with my eyes. I'll be using the Shadow Insurance eyeshadow primer from Too Faced, and I am using a tiny amount, spreading it evenly on both of my lids, and I'm actually gonna apply it on my lower lid as well. I'm gonna do the entire eyeshadow look in one go. Then I'm gonna apply concealer and the rest of the face makeup. I don't know what exactly I'm gonna apply, but we'll see. I don't know how people have time to get bored in like weekends and stuff. I am so slow in doing anything. I love taking things slow. I did some Pilates this morning. It was great. Very chill. I'm gonna start with my colors. I want to use a muted yellow and a muted green. So kind of like fall colors. But if I'm not careful and I use too bright of a shade, it's gonna turn like a summer look, and I want the fall look. So it's gonna be a little bit muted. I have this mustard yellow in the Festival palette by Juvia's Place. And I think I'm gonna go for the Egypt shade from the Nubian 2 palette. So I want a yellow and green combination, but muted versions of these shades. I'm gonna start with the top lid, so the mustard yellow shade is gonna go there, and it's gonna be pretty basic. I think I'm just gonna go for this shade on my lid and probably a liner, which is gonna be brown. That's what I have in mind. And I'm using a shading brush from Real Techniques, stamping this shade all over my lid, starting at the base of my lashes and going up, so it kind of fades when it reaches my crease, and the most intensity is gonna be on the lid. I also feel like I don't have the time to do all I want to do today. Well, tomorrow's, I guess, another day. I want to move some of my plants in like other... I don't know the word. The thing in which you put plants with like soil. The plant containers. So I have to go get some of these. Oh, they're pots. That's the word. Pots. I have to get some pots and move my plants. That after I finish filming, of course. So I think that's gonna take a lot of time. Everything is time consuming. Anyway, I'm switching my brushes. I'm using a Morphe 506, so I can apply this shade in my crease as well. Of course, I could have used my previous brush, but I feel like this makes my job a little bit easier. And I'm doing a tiny bit of an extension in my outer corner, and doing circular motions and back and forth motions to blend this into my skin color. This is a gorgeous shade. I should reach for this a little bit more often. Fun but soft at the same time. That's beautiful. I'm gonna switch to the lower lid for now. I'm going into this medium brown shade first as a base for my green shimmer. I'm using a Morphe 506, and I'm going back and forth, applying it all over my lower lid. Wow, these shades fit together perfectly. It's like they're in the same color palette. I am connecting this to the top part in my outer corner, and the advantage of doing the entire eye look first is that you can clean it up very easily if you mess up. I'm gonna reach for a flat brush. This is a Morphe 124, and I'm gonna dip into the green shimmer. I'm hoping that this is not too dark, but whatever. Oh, we're going in. Again, I'm applying this all over my lid, a little bit closer to the base of my lashes. And this looks weird at the moment, I know, but once I do my liner, so I balance the top lid with the intensity of the lower lid, I think it's gonna look great. For the liner part, I'm gonna reach for a brown pencil. I have the tattoo liner from Maybelline, and I'm gonna start by doing a little wing here that I'm gonna extend with a brush. I can either use a pencil brush or an angle brush, which I don't have here, but I'm gonna use the pencil brush. I'm concentrating this right here, starting at the outer third of my lid and creating the tiniest wing. It doesn't have to be perfect, we're going to blend it out anyway. And I'm gonna take my pencil brush, which is a Morphe 149, and I'm gonna flick my brush towards my temples so it creates a faded wing. I've been doing this technique for years now. I barely do regular wing liner with liquid liner these days. And again, I know pencil brushes are not that common, so flat brush works as well. You just gotta start at the outer corner and do little flicks of the brush towards the temples. Definitely works with an angle brush as well. I'm just gonna apply some more right here underneath it. I want to make it a little bit thicker. And again, gently fading it with my brush. Should I apply it on my waterline? Now that's the question. Or should I keep my lower lash line a little bit lighter? I'm a little bit confused, but I think I'm gonna apply it on the waterline. Let's see how that goes. Of course, this will intensify the look a little bit. Okay, I think that works. With mascara, definitely it's gonna tie it together a little bit better. But I like the colors. And I think I'm gonna go for brown mascara actually. Okay, so I'm curling my lashes first and then applying some dark brown mascara. It almost looks black. I don't know if you can tell that it's brown. I cannot tell. I have it on this eye. Anyway, it's the Thrill Seeker mascara in the shade Black Brown. Probably because it's black brown and it's not just brown. Anyway, it is a little bit softer than Total Black Mascara, which is what I'm looking for today. I'm gonna skip foundation today and just apply a little bit of concealer. I'll be using the Rimmel Kind and Free concealer in the shade Light. I'll be careful not to go over the eyeshadow, but I want to conceal this inner portion of my under eye, as well as highlight the outer corner and perhaps cover up these pimples. And maybe a little bit around my nose and a bit on my nose. I'm just going to be using my finger to blend it out. Using tapping motions to blend it into my skin. And again, if you did any mistakes, maybe you went too low with the eyeshadow, now you can clean it up. I will be setting the concealer with a little bit of translucent powder. I'm using the Too Faced Peach Perfect. And I'm using an eyeshadow blending brush. It's a Morphe M330. Making sure there are no creases before I set. And then I'm going to stamp the powder underneath my eyes and bringing it down towards my pores area to blur them out. And to finish up the eyes, I'm going to apply a little bit of mascara on my lower lashes. Just so I don't forget, because I had times where I forgot to apply mascara on my lower lashes, and I feel like it does add a little bit more to the look. I don't know, it ties it together. I feel like this still has a little bit of a summer vibe, but whatever. I'm gonna apply a little bit of bronzer. I'm using the Catrice Sun Lover. And I'm starting from the top of my ear and kind of doing little back and forth motions and stamping motions, whatever I feel like doing. Basically, I'm chaotic. I'm bringing it towards the center of my face and up. Also, bronzing upwards. I don't want the bronzer to be too low on my face. Applying the leftover on my jawline, a tiny bit underneath my nose, and I want a bit of that on my temples as well, although they're not really that visible, but it's fine. I want an orangey blush, so I'm gonna reach for my NikkieTutorials palette, and pick up the shade Sommer, which is an eyeshadow, but I'm gonna use it as blush today. Anyways, I'm stamping this a little bit above the bronzer. I don't know why I'm skipping highlighter lately, but I just don't feel like applying highlighter on my face. I only highlight like my eye area, my inner corner and whatnot, but that's okay with me. So now that I said that I'm gonna do it, I'm reaching for the Nubian palette again and picking up this shade that I'm gonna use as highlighter for my inner corner. And I'm using another flat brush. Usually for shimmers I prefer to use flat brushes because it doesn't fall. They don't fall from the brush and on my face. It's definitely how you get the most intensity. Actually, the most intensity is with when applied with the finger, but I can't really reach my inner corner with my finger. That would be a little bit too messy, but this works as well. You can also wet the brush with a setting spray, but I'm a little bit too lazy to do that, and I'm happy with this. For the lips, I'm gonna go for a warm toned, nude, orangey nude type of a color. I'm lining them first with the L'Oreal color Riche lip liner in the shade Seine Sunset. This is a stunning shade. I'm bad at describing things, but it leans towards an orangey red while still being soft like a nude. I'm gonna fill in the sides of the lip as well. And then I'm gonna finish with, again, an orangey nude, the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Driver. Just a bit of that in the center, which I'm gonna blend out with my finger, so it blends into the pencil. I love this lip combo, it's really pretty. Here it is, the look all complete. I hope you like how it came out. I think it's fun. I always enjoy playing with colors. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. The store is waiting for me, the pots are waiting for me, and the plants are waiting for me. So that's my Saturday afternoon plan. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it inspiring. I wish you an extraordinary day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!